of him and because of Chip Babcock, but Phil sort of orchestrated the whole thing and slammed me against the wall a couple of times, literally, in my pajamas and footsies.
That's true. Well, you woke me up at 3 in the morning.
Because crying.
Yes.
And it was a very vulnerable, seriously though, it was a very vulnerable time for me. And from the moment I met Phil, I felt that he was the person who could take the lead and get us out of that hot mess. And we used to drive to the trial in a white van every morning.
I have a picture of that white van. We found it. I found a picture of the white van from the news clips.
Oh, yep, there's the white van. There's Willie, my security.
Yeah, there's Willie, who's just right over there.
We would drive to the trial in the morning, and then I would do my show in the evening. And Phil would give me advice. He would just be talking, being Phil. Because Phil's Phil even when he's not on TV. Okay? So he'd be talking to me, giving me advice and stuff, and I'd say, you need to put this in a book. You need to write all this stuff down. And that's how our relationship started. I didn't know, what is it, 6 books later?
6, yes.
6.
Yes.
I didn't know that you had 6 books worth of things to say. But anyway, I just knew that what from the beginning, I've always, regardless of what was going on, wanted to share whatever was good for me with other people. And so I wanted you to put those Philisms, which was just the way you talked about life, into a book because I thought that what you were offering me was good enough to share with other people. And I'm really proud that you've been able to do that in a way that has affected millions of people throughout this country and throughout the world.
Well, I thank you for saying that. All right, I want to take a break. Will you stick around a little bit longer? And we'll be right back.
Next, Oprah reveals what her staff really thought of Dr. Phil after his first show.
Our top story tonight, the Dr. Phil Show has hit a major milestone, 1,000 episodes. Way to go, Dr. Phil.
From me to you, congratulations, and 1,000 more.
Now, Phil, I know that Robin is a great cook and must give you all of your vitamins, but you are looking so good for 1,000. Not bad.
All new Wednesday.
This can happen to any child at any time.
A child in danger. A mother in denial.
You walk in on your 9-year-old daughter and find your husband.
Now, after 2 decades, the daughter needs answers.
You continue to live with him, with your daughter in the house.
I did not know.
You caught him.
Behind closed doors. Wednesday, then on Thursday.
How can you say that?
Has he been spreading lies about his own wife?
You admit you lied. Why did you do that?
Why?
I'm done with this show.
You're not going to bully me. If you want to run, there's the runway.
New Dr. Phil.
Take a walk.
Thursday. This is Dr. Phil's 1,000th show celebration.
Well, we are celebrating today. It's my 1,000th show, and it's hard to say 1,000th and show back to back. Oprah is here, and I told you at the time when I came on the show for the first time, I said, I just have to come and be who I am, and everybody but you said, it won't work.
Yeah, that's true.
They said it won't work.
Y'all know, at first everybody told me this wouldn't work. My producers, everybody said, this is not this guy. And the audience had a really strong reaction to you, and it wasn't so good. I don't know if y'all have this. Do y'all have this? There was a moment, there was a funny moment. We used to have some funny moments.
We did.
There was a moment we were talking about weight on the show. Do you remember this?
I've got that clip.
You've got that clip?
Yeah, I love this. Watch this. We don't use food, we abuse food. It's not what you eat, but why you eat that has you in the problem that you're in.
Well, there are some people who are just genetically disposed to being smaller.
But the fact is, that ain't you. Here's what you should do. You should be on the Oprah Winfrey Show, which means you got people in 90 countries, like 100 million people watching you, and you say something like that and then just go, oh.
That ain't you, honey. Because your gene pool clearly indicates that ain't you. No, I
Well,
thought that
I
was a
didn't
really
mean
funny
it
one.
that way.
Yeah, you did.
Well,
I hadn't looked at that clip since we did it, actually. And what is kind of amazing to me is that you were able to, in what year was that? Was that 90?
it's like 98, 99.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Our anniversary.
Yeah. Which
Yeah, our anniversary. That you were able to sit down and just do that on TV, because you hadn't been doing it on TV. That's pretty darn good.
well, honestly, when you sit down on the Oprah Winfrey Show with Oprah Winfrey,
yeah.
it's like sitting at home in the den talking.
Yeah, it
and you know
is.
what was good for me? And
Especially
I think,
because we've been sitting in the den all that time.
Eating
talking,
pie.
Eating pie. Eating pie.
you know, when I say it's so easy to sit down and talk with you on your stage, you forget about the cameras, you forget about the millions of people, and you were so passionate about what we were doing. I got a few clips of it. Take a look at some of these Harpo moments. You talked about flowers and cake and wedding and dress. You're preparing for the wedding, but not for the marriage.
Mercy, that is a good statement. That is so good.
People say time heals all wounds. Let me tell you, time heals nothing. You can do the wrong thing for 10 years, and it doesn't equal the right thing for one day. And the fact
Ooh,
that...
that's good, Phil. Woo. That's a good Philism. That's so great. What's so great about that is I would learn in the moment. I mean, Phil and I wouldn't talk about the shows before going down, because the truth of the matter is I was always relieved when he was on, because I could leave my brain at home. I was like, whoa, it's a Phil day. I can sit back and relax and let him do all the talking and thinking, and would be learning in the moment as the audience was learning in the moment.
I had not watched the Oprah show a lot because
No,
it was...
you hadn't watched it at all.
Okay, I hadn't watched it at all. But it's because it was on in the day, and I had a day job. And so when I met you, I met you as a person, not as this
Not just
international
as a person,
megastar.
but really kind of very vulnerable in a bad position,
Yeah.
where those cattlemen were trying to kick my ass. They were really.
They were, because
Yeah.
you remember, I remember the first day, you had a group of lawyers somewhere telling you, you need to settle, you need to settle, you
Yeah,
need to
you need
settle.
to settle.
And the first question you asked me after I'd been talking for about an hour and a half,
Yeah.
you said, what do you think about settling? And I said, well, if you fight this to the bitter end, the line at the Sue Oprah window is going to get a lot shorter.
A lot shorter, yeah.
And
it did.
And you said, I like that.
That's right. I like that.
Yeah, and so we fought it to the bitter end, and you won as
But
you...
actually, looking back 10 years on our anniversary,
Yes.
10 years, doesn't it now seem like that it was all a part of a bigger divine plan? Doesn't it feel bigger?
Well, it
than
really
that
does.
moment? Yeah.
And I believe something happened. I think you started something that I'm not sure you've taken a full breath and realized yet. So I'm going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to show a clip of us in Amarillo, and I'm going to tell something to Oprah that I don't think even Oprah has thought about. We'll do that when we come back.
Oh, no.
We'll be right back with Oprah Winfrey.
It all started in Amarillo, Texas, with the two of us getting through a trial together. My reaction is, I'm thrilled. I had released it. When I came off the witness stand after 3 days, I felt like I had done the best job I could. Free speech not only lives, it rocks.
Well, now you're watching me do your job,
Yes,
because
I
you're
know.
used to doing
Well,
this.
I'm so used to, I want to read the prompters. I have to stop
Go ahead.
myself. We're
Go ahead, it's right
celebrating
there.
1,000 shows, and joining me for the first time on this show with me on his show is Dr. Phil. Yes.
You roll with that really good. But, you know,